We're going to be working on cartwheels for this lesson plan, and I just want you to make sure that in the warm-up you work on the kids having straight knees and pointed toes so they can sit in a straddle and lift their legs one at a time with nice straight knees and pointed toes. This is a really good exercise to teach kids how to keep their knees straight and their toes pointed when they're in a straddle, and that helps with their cartwheels. So after the stretch and the warm-ups, they're going to do the circuits. The first station, they're going to work on their kicks. They're going to kick one foot backwards, point their toe, and do some nice kicks using the resistance, and then they'll switch feet. They can keep the TheraBand on just the way it is. At the next station, they're going to work on their kick taps and make sure that they try it on both sides, because the point of this is to work on their cartwheels. Just explain to the kids that the point of a kick tap is not to get your legs together. For instance, demonstrate a very low kick tap that doesn't even look like a handstand at all. That is not the goal. They should just kick as hard as they can, even if their legs don't meet. And you can demonstrate one like that. Nice hard kick, legs don't meet, but it still looks almost like a handstand. Perfect. The next station is a little bit of a harder version of a cartwheel. They're going to stand in their lunge. They're going to put their hands on the frogs, and they're going to try to get their feet up on the pink mat. Okay, and most of the kids might not make it. This station is simple cartwheel, lunge, and they're going to put their hands on the stars and cartwheel over the mat. Okay, you can always tell the kids that if they're nervous about the wall, they should do it on the other side. Good. And the last station over here, it's a little bit hard to make it over, so they can know that from the get-go. They're going to stand in a lunge right in front of the block, and they're going to try to do a cartwheel over the block. It'll probably look like a partial cartwheel because that's a lot of weight coming down. Nice. So in the back of the room, they're working on cartwheels again. On the first station, they're going to put their hands on the bars. They're going to jump on a pebble and jump out of the pebble. And then for a challenge, they can try to jump onto the bar, down onto the pebble, onto the bar, and back out. And then they can do again, jump onto the pebble and jump out of the pebble. For kids that really are struggling, they can skip jumping on the bars. The next station, they're going to do a cartwheel right off of the blue mat. Just make sure they do it going away from the wall so they don't end up in the wall. The next station is going to be on the trampoline. For the next station, they're going to try to do a very long cartwheel. So either tell them to put their hands on the 6-7 or tell them to just take up the entire purple mat and do a really long cartwheel. Try to end at the end of the purple mat. Good. For the next station, they're going to work on their heel drive again. So they can stand on either the first or the second step, depending on what works better for their size. And they're going to kick their legs back, do 5 on each side, and then start again. Okay, and over here they want to focus on straight knees and pointed toes. On the last station, they're going to work on getting their hips up. So they're going to do their front support, and they're going to try to get their hips up as high as they can. Tell them to try to get it all the way to their toes, and then come back to their waist and keep going. A couple of times. Perfect.